Ever been in a group of friends just vibing, and then that person shows up? You know, the one who always has to one-up every story. Someone mentions a funny travel mishap, and suddenly they accidentally climbed Mount Everest last summer, or worse. The friend who refuses to admit they're wrong, even when Google is right there proving them otherwise. It's funny when you're just watching, but we've all had our moments. Sometimes we get stuck in habits that make life harder than it needs to be. It's like arguing with a GPS. You could just follow the directions, but no, you know a shortcut that somehow adds 20 minutes to the trip. The Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, believed that the way you think shapes your life, and if you're not paying attention, certain behaviors can quietly work against you. The good news? You always have a choice. You can keep taking the long way around, or you can start seeing things clearly, making better decisions, and moving forward without unnecessary baggage. Each of these 6 behaviors we'll talk about is like carrying a backpack full of bricks. You might not even realize the weight until you finally put it down. So if you're ready to drop what's holding you back, let's break them down one by one. 1. You refuse to listen or learn. You may find yourself arguing about everything, always feeling the need to be right. But is being right more important than being happy? Can you really change someone's mind every time? And sometimes, isn't it wiser to simply stay silent? Ever encountered someone who argues with everything, even when they're clearly wrong? It could be a co-worker who shoots down every new idea, or a family member who can't admit their mistakes. Talking to them feels like hitting your head against a brick wall. No matter what you say, they won't budge. Now, picture Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful emperors in history, with that mindset. But instead, he wrote, "If anyone can show me my error, I will gladly change my ways." If an emperor could stay open to learning, what's stopping the rest of us? The truth is, refusing to listen isn't a sign of strength. It's fear. People who never question themselves aren't confident. They're stuck. And being stuck means no progress, no growth, just repeating the same mistakes. So how do you fix it? Instead of reacting with, "I already know that," or "That's not true," try asking, "What can I learn from this?" Even if you don't agree, listening offers something valuable: perspective. And the more you learn, the less life will surprise you. 2. You take everything personally. Ever had someone roll their eyes at you in a meeting? Or maybe a friend didn't text back, and suddenly you're wondering if they're mad at you. We've all been there, overthinking, assuming the worst, making everything about us. But here's the truth. Not everything is a personal attack. Seneca put it best. A man's greatness lies in his ability to endure insults without resentment. In other words, strong people don't waste energy getting upset over every little thing. Think about it. If someone cuts you off in traffic, is it because they hate you personally? Number. They're just in a rush, lost in their own world. The same goes for most things in life. People are too busy dealing with their own problems to plot against you. So how do you fix it? Detach. When something bothers you, pause and ask yourself, does this actually matter, or am I just reacting? Most of the time, the answer is no. Let it go. Not because you're weak, but because your energy is better spent on things that actually improve your life. 3. You chase short-term pleasure. Ever told yourself, just one more episode? Then, suddenly, it's 3 a.m. Or maybe you've spent money on things you didn't need just to feel good in the moment, only to regret it later. Whether it's doom scrolling, overeating, or staying in a toxic relationship, it all comes down to the same problem: chasing short-term pleasure. Epicurus warned about this when he said, "The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears." Why? Because when you're always looking for the next quick high, you never feel satisfied. You end up stuck in a cycle, always chasing, never fulfilled. Think of it like eating junk food. It tastes great for a second, but too much of it makes you feel awful. Meanwhile, real nutrition, like discipline, patience, and long-term goals, might not give instant rewards, but they build a stronger, healthier life. So, how do you fix it? Shift your thinking from what feels good now to what actually improves my life. Before making a choice, pause and ask yourself, will this help me in the long run, or will I regret it later? That one question can save you from bad decisions, wasted time, and a life full of empty distractions. If you found this video valuable and interesting, give it a like because it helps YouTube recognize that this channel is delivering content that resonates. By hitting that like button, you're not just supporting us, but also making sure others discover these powerful Stoic lessons. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights to help you navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. 4. You blame others for your problems. You've probably met someone who has an excuse for everything. Their job sucks because of their boss. Their relationships fail because of their ex. Their life is hard because of bad luck. If everything is always someone else's fault, that's a red flag. Epictetus put it simply, a man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them. In other words, it's not what happens to you, it's how you react. Bad things happen to everyone, but some people take responsibility and adapt, while others stay stuck blaming the world. Imagine two people get laid off from the same job. One complains for months, saying it's unfair. The other uses it as motivation, learns new skills, and finds something better. Same situation, different mindset. One stays powerless, the other grows. So how do you fix it? Own your reactions. When something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I control here? You can't always control people, circumstances, or life's curveballs, but you can control your response. And that's what separates the strong from the stuck. 5. You talk more than you think. We all know that one person who never stops talking. They interrupt, overshare, and love the sound of their own voice. But talking a lot doesn't mean you're saying something valuable. In fact, the more you talk without thinking, the less people take you seriously. Zeno of Citium warned, better to trip with the feet than the tongue. In other words, saying the wrong thing can do more damage than stumbling in front of a crowd. Words can't be taken back. A careless comment can ruin a friendship, a bad joke can cost you respect, and oversharing can make you look foolish. Imagine you're in a meeting. One person listens, then speaks with confidence, saying something sharp and useful. Another rambles for 5 minutes without a clear point. Who do people respect more? The one who chooses their words wisely. So how do you fix it? Listen more. Speak with purpose. Before you jump into a conversation, ask yourself, am I adding value or just filling silence? Thoughtful words carry weight. Empty ones? They're just noise. 6. You fear change. Staying in your comfort zone might feel safe, but it keeps you stuck. Maybe it's a job you hate but won't leave, a toxic friendship you refuse to walk away from, or a big goal you keep putting off because it feels too hard. The problem: nothing grows in a place that never changes. Epictetus said, you can't control the pieces you're given, but you can control how you play them. Life will always throw unexpected challenges your way. You can't stop change from happening, but you can decide how you respond. Do you adapt and grow, or do you resist and stay the same? Think of it like upgrading your phone. At first, the new system feels unfamiliar, maybe even frustrating, but after a while you get used to it and realize it's actually better. Growth works the same way. It's uncomfortable at first, but once you push through, you come out stronger. So how do you fix it? Instead of avoiding discomfort, lean into it. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you challenge yourself. Next time fear tells you to stay where you are, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And what's the best? More often than not, the best outcome is worth the risk. And if you're ready to take your emotional control to the next level, don't miss our next video. Stop letting emotions control you with these 8 Stoic lessons. It's packed with practical tips to help you stay grounded and master your emotions, no matter what life throws your way. See you there.